You guys just purchased a brand new car and you're driving down the street and I'm sorry, but it happens. Say they get into a car accident and next thing you know, it's like, who is right? Who was wrong? To prevent all that, what you would typically do is install a dash cam in your vehicle. But installing a dash cam, sometimes it's not so simple. You have to route it to your overhead, down the A-pillar, come down, look for that power. Now you have wires going out everywhere. There might even be a wire coming down in the middle. And it just becomes very, very complicated. Let me show you today that that doesn't have to be the case. Introducing the Dashcam Power Unit by Beatsonic USA. Very easy to install. You would take the power from the back of the rear view mirror because it has the auto dimming function. It's all plug and play, plug it. We have the power module there, which connects directly to your dash cam. And to make it very convenient for you, it comes with many different connectors, the mini USB, the micro USB, and also a USB-C. Which makes it very, very easy to install. And let me show you how that's done.
All right, guys, so most of the cameras that you see are gonna come with a cigarette lighter for power. There's other options if you're like comfortable doing like T-taps right in the fuse box. But with this, with this right here, there's a T-harness that goes right into the main power supply where all of this gets power. From that, we're gonna be hijacking the power, plugging it in with a USB-C. There's also other adapters in the back if you have like micro USB or anything that's specific to your camera. Once that's all done, you kind of hide and tuck all the wires along here. Once you put the cover back on, camera should power on and it's a clean install. All right, see? All of these, female side, USB-C, that goes right here to the module. And then this would go to the camera. This one, another USB. See, this one has the micro. This one, we'll have the other one. In our case, we have USB-C to USB-C, so we only need to worry about these. This right here, it's pretty straightforward. This plugs right into here. You really can't mess this up. It only fits into one plug. All right, now, right here, you wanna locate the power wire. Right here, this powers all the other stuff. This right here is what we're gonna be focusing on. Get the clip, pull with the connector. Don't pull where the wires are. This right here, you can confirm that it fits right here. It should make a click sound. You shouldn't have any trouble. It should slide right in there and voila. Now, camera, plug it in. Look how easy that install was. Let's test it. Look at that. Power comes on, Vantrue in this van. Look at that. Oh, and it's recording automatically. You see Ben? Hey Ben. Now that we confirmed everything's working here, we'll go ahead and tidy everything up and then we'll prepare to route the back. We're gonna take a look at this right here. You see there's open space here, open space here. If we kind of install it and hide the wires right here, you're not really gonna have space just because this bracket, so we'll go ahead and plan it right along here where the open space is. Do keep in mind that this right here, the center module, this is also gonna be taking up a lot of this middle space. So you wanna make sure that we have enough just to go around. So you could have your own ways if you have more efficient ways of doing wire management. I'm just kind of doing it the way that I think would be the cleanest. It's not a one size fits most. As long as it's kind of hidden and it's installed correctly, it shouldn't really matter. And then we'll give nearly the same amount of slack coming right here. I will route this through those two cables because this does have to hit and reach the camera. I'm gonna go ahead and route this behind everything before we put the cover back on, just because we're gonna have the rear camera go in. You don't wanna remove it back again and to go through it all. So after we plugged it in, we identify the power wire. We're gonna go ahead and tidy up the cables right here. This module, it's completely up to you. We like a cleaner install, so we're gonna be mounting it right behind the panel here. And then from right there, you just wanna test, you're gonna have enough slack to kind of come around here. Try not to install it where the sensor area is. We're gonna go ahead and route it along this roof lining right here. Now pay attention, guys. This part is very important, muy importante. Right here where the airbag is, you never wanna route the cable in front of it. You always wanna go behind the airbag, and from then, you could route it all along here. But if you route it in front of it, if the airbag does happen to detonate, it'll pull the wire with it, possibly the camera, whip your face, whip everything. You'll be in a lot of trouble and a lot of pain. So always go behind the airbag. And then I'll go ahead and route it along here. We'll go ahead and tuck it behind all of this, both of the pillars there, and then we'll go ahead and hand it off to Eric. Now that that's right here, we'll plan for the camera to be right here. So the extension part, super easy. Going behind the airbag, we understand. Right here will give us about enough slack to about right here. This tucks right underneath. We'll tuck this right underneath here. We should have enough slack for both of the wires here to meet the camera. And for this camera, you're gonna notice it's gonna be right over here. So we don't want it to be kind of too high, possibly get it like right here. That would be the prime mounting location. So this module, we're gonna have it kind of creep out a little bit. We're gonna try to hide the accessory power and ground wire as close to the plastic cover as possible. So maybe mount that right here. And then both of these wires will meet in the middle for the install. I'm always gonna put this cover on first just to see how much slack we have to mount this. Go ahead and flex it down a little bit, and then you'll see that module right there. And you might notice, you see all that cluster of wires up there. Don't worry, everything in the center, there's a lot more space here. So make sure to get those teeth in there first, and then when you pull it in, it should pop right up there. Super easy. You just apply the double-sided sticky tape to the back, and then we'll just press it and hold there for a bit. If you guys are gonna do a front and rear camera, on this case, we have a Vantrue element camera. The rear camera import has to go in here. The camera might trick you because it will get power on both of these to the front camera, but the rear will only get power using the rear port. We'll just go ahead and pull this a little bit, give ourselves enough slack to know where we're gonna plan to mount this, and then this plugs in about right here. So now that we've got those wires in the length set right there, we'll tuck this in right here. Once we route this behind that airbag, you could kind of pull this and it should come off. Oh yeah, you could even just lift it and then it'll go right behind right here. And then the importance on this is there's gonna be a yellow clip right here. This part is gonna kind of loop around like this, kind of like a wave. This part has to go back in. You'll kind of feel it. You'll just push it in and then it'll kind of go into that little slot. Without doing that, it will not clip back in. So please be careful with that once that's good. All right, and then you'll guide it in from there. Make sure when you do this, just all this comes back over. We'll go ahead and feed this along the lining for them. Panel removal tool, give some more wire slack so that this goes in. Moving this side, it's gonna be the same exact concept. And you can grab your hand, your fingers, panel removal tool. This right here, we'll go ahead and line it straight up. Keep feeding it through all the way, don't stop, all the way along. And since this is where we're gonna be going through, we'll go ahead and plan to have this meet the other side. So if you do kind of flex it a little bit, we'll feed this through this way and go straight back. And right here, we should be able to see, we'll pull it straight in. So we're gonna leave this right here with enough slack. We'll let them know that this is off. There is a lot more slack than he's gonna need. The rest of it most likely we'll tuck in here, but we'll go ahead and hand it off to Eric.
So the other Eric went ahead and routed all the cabling to this side here. We pulled this panel down. It's just all being held by clips, and we also disconnected the light connector. And from here, let's follow along under the carpet and move it along here. We will go straight up into this grommet here. All right guys, so pay attention in this step. This is one of the part of the install that takes a little bit longer and you gotta be a little bit patient. We're going to place this in here, massage it through. The tubing here is not too long, so it shouldn't be too difficult, but just take your time. If you must, you can also use a zip tie, push it all the way through, tape it and pull it up. I'm going to try just massaging it up there little by little bit, and then we pull enough wire to give enough slack. All right, and I'll push all these grommet back into its original location. All right, so the next challenge is to go from here and bring the wire down here. So this one will require a routing tool. All right, so to route this cable up here, all you have to do is just pop this out. Just grab a hold of this and pop it out. You can also push onto this connector to remove this harness here. Come from under and just route it up. Because we have so much space over here, let's bundle up all the extra wiring behind this panel. I will push the wire from the bottom while pulling it up from the top. We'll also take this time to push the wires and the routing to behind the panel. Make sure all these factory holes are not being covered by your wires as well, because those are your clip holes. Just like to test fit. You just basically need this much, and the rest of the wire is just gonna get all bundled up. I'll also zip tie to the factory cabling just to prevent any rattling, especially with this Sienna. It has a woofer back here. This cover is ready to go back on. And here's the dash cam. May put it a little bit off to the side because there's the line here for your defroster. Don't want that to be in the way. All right, so when you guys are working with these double-sided tape, just press and hold on to it for about a minute to make sure the adhesion surface is on there really, really good. It'll take 24 hours for it to fully cure, so during those 24 hours, make sure you don't mess with it. All right, looks good. Let me pop this back in here. Okay, so we noticed after we closed the hatch that there's actually a brake light over here, so we wanna make sure this wire doesn't block it. So we're going to reroute this, make it go around, and then plug in. Okay, let's test it one more time. All right, looks good. It's not covering the brake lights. Okay, another thing you guys wanna check is whenever you pull these panels out, these rubber seal, just make sure it's facing outwards like so. Now let's go back to the front and mount our front dash cam. So depending on what type of dash cam you guys have, it might connect differently, but let me connect this one. This one is a Vantrue. So one side is gonna be for the rear and the other one will be for the power supply. Okay, we will connect it around here. All right, so this is right where it won't be visible from the driver's side, and then to try to keep it as centered as possible. You also want the camera to be leveled as possible, giving a straight view to create the best visibility, because you don't want it to be pointing the sky if something happens in front of you. All right guys, very easy to install using our dash cam power unit. You don't have to use your factory cigarette lighter jack. You don't need to be routing cables all the way out here. You could just get all your power up here. And at the same time, if you don't have a rear dash cam, it's very easy to install. You'll be done in 5 minutes. And if you do want to wire up your camera as well, it's not too big of a deal. And you'll be still saving tons of time because you do not have to route the cable to the center console. And you also don't have clutter of extra wires dangling around in your dash as well. As you guys can see guys, very, very easy to install. This one took a little bit longer because we did install the rear camera as well, but for all of you guys, it's only installing for the front. It could literally be 5 minutes. Stop going through all the hassle of going through the headliner and back down the A-pillar. Do yourself a favor, spend a little bit of money for the dash cam power unit and make your life much easier. You can purchase this at bsonicusa.com. It's already in stock, ready to ship out to your doorsteps. If you have any questions, leave a comment below. And as always guys, don't forget to help support our channel. Give us that subscribe button and that like button. Thank you very much and see you guys on the next video.